So today, the one thing I was not expecting was to talk about final shape, new coverage, new looks that we're getting for these new supers. This is something I wasn't planning. I even started making videos once the first one dropped and then another one dropped. So then I went from making it on one to, you know what, this is an altogether video talking about the brand new supers. We'll break it down as scheduled per release of these videos. So Warlock, then Hunters, then Titans. Now, jumping right off the bat, I don't know how I feel about these marketing tactics of showing these new supers off like this. I feel like some of it is kind of stained because we're talking about these new supers, these new aspects in a closed environment. So it's not like they're inviting content creators to test these out. No, these are from game developers with their play tests, recording. I'm fine with that, but I don't want to be here and sound like I am shaming developers playing the game. But for me, as a player, sometimes it's hard to gauge exactly what we're getting, and from gameplay from developers, again, I don't want to shame, but it's just the truth to the matter. Now, first on the list, let's talk about the Warlocks in both PvE and PvP. Now, in PvP, I think this super will be a great addition because it seems like it does offer some unique stuff, and the PvP supers for Warlocks is on the bare bones side of things. So if this can operate like this in PvP, it looks like it could be some fun. How incredible will it be? Again, I don't know. This is a closed environment, but in PvE, this also looks intriguing. Now, the sucky part about this is that we don't get the highlight of the other half of the super, which is the fact that it basically supercharges other solar weapons around you for your fire team. So that's the one part missing in this video that they don't show. But for an ad dense area like this part of Ghost of the Deep, it's looking like it's pretty solid at, you know, some ad control stuff, really putting it to the test as a solid ad control super. But we don't really see no boss DPS damage. The Phoenix bird that tosses out looks pretty stellar, but besides that, yeah, I'm not sure. And with the aspect for Warlocks, it's basically Arc Soul, but a solar version of this. Now, it shoots out this stuff that will scorch targets and then obviously ignite them eventually. All this stuff is what we expected and what we saw from the showcase. So it looks like as advertised, and I'm all for it. Now, will this change up different build crafting stuff or what Warlock players do? I don't know. It's hard to say because we don't know the ins and outs and how essential this solar soul thing is to the meta, but it looks intriguing nonetheless. Now, for the brand new Hunter Arc Super, I don't know. Now, for PvP, this thing looks absolutely incredible. We'll also talk about the aspect shortly, but it seems like it's gonna be PvP mainly, which for a Titan main, this might get annoying because I think Hunters have a lot of incredible parts to them in both PvP and in some parts of PvE. But for PvP, man, this thing looks like it is insane. The machete throw tracks around corners, and then on top of that, you teleport to it and you're pretty much doing the main damage via this swipe. I didn't see any direct impact kills with the machete throw. You just pretty much teleport there and do a AoE attack with a swing. But yeah, it's it looks broken in PvP. And for PvE, I don't know, it looks cool with the ad clear stuff, but that's pretty much about it. And the new aspect, man, I've been saying this when we first saw it, and I'll say it now. This is easily my least excited aspect they have ever introduced. It seems cool, but I feel like Bungie's kind of overemphasizing the importance of Amplified. If there aren't seasonal mods to enhance Amplified, I honestly don't think it's that much worth your time to even build into or utilize. It's pretty easy to enhance through some fragments and aspects, but a whole aspect to just do this levitation floaty stuff is honestly just a waste of time with the different ways you can become amplified. So yeah, Hunters, you guys are taking the win drastically in my opinion for PvP, but for your aspect, I don't think anyone's gonna really give a damn. Now for Titans, I will say this, I know I mentioned it before about the showcase and the marketing. I feel like with Titans, they actually showed off every aspect you want for showing off a new super. It really struck the bar of getting a good understanding of what this super and aspect is all about. Now for PvE and PvP, this honestly looks pretty damn fun. Now, for PvP specifically, these axes can be used, so there are kind of like this super that creates swords for your players, it pretty much will work like a sword. You're not throwing it after you throw it again. So there's some fun stuff there. That looks a little bit like a fun way to spice up some stuff in PvP. How effective it will be as a super compared to like Thunder Crash, Hammer of Soul, which, you know, it's good, but not too good. Other supers that are just flat out meta for PvP, we'll wait and see. But honestly, it looked pretty enticing. And then the aspect in this PvP environment looked pretty cool. It didn't one shot. It is based on the damage you've received, absorb at least, and then push back. He nearly killed them in one hit. So if you get a group of people shooting at you, you can use this in a fun way. Now back on the PvE side of this aspect, it looked pretty good. It didn't one shot a knight, a yellow bar knight. So that's interesting. Concerning, I guess, at balancing. Maybe power will change based on how it comes out, but that was a little bit disappointing. And then on the side of the super in PvE, I was pretty impressed. This looks like a fun way, and shockingly, they showed off some boss damage numbers when it comes to using this against Ektar, a very tanky boss. The numbers there, honestly, a little bit surprising. It is clearly not the best option for you guys to use on Ektar, but if you have a player that doesn't have great DPS options, and this honestly may be a good way to enhance that player's DPS capabilities, because Ektar is a tanky boss and it can do something. Now, can it do a whole ton? I don't know, but that showcase with showing it against Ektar was pretty fascinating. Now, that's pretty much going to wrap this video up, and overall, like, it was a good trick. It was a good little thing. Wasn't the most revolutionary marketing tactic. Didn't get me overly excited. Gave some clarification for other things. It got me less excited for other things as well. So it did some interesting things for me. But I'm curious. Leave your thoughts down below on what this little showcase for these new supers for the final shape did for you. Are you excited? Are you least excited? Are you neutral? You're just like, like whatever. I'm here. Leave your thoughts down below. If you guys also enjoyed this video and found this video informative, definitely be sure to drop this video a like. Helps out the video a ton. And for more content from me, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell to be notified for when I do drop all that good stuff. But until then, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.